Most designers are obsessed with the needs of the user, so much that the phrase "I fight for the user" is pretty common in the field. Let me blow your mind. Your efforts shouldn't revolve around the user only. Hi, I'm Ilya, the founder of Eleken, a product design agency for SaaS. In today's video, I'll show you how to balance users and business needs in your product, drawing insights from our collaboration with one AI-powered agriculture solution. Imagine a parent who dedicates every waking moment to fulfilling every wish of their child. They strive to provide endless toys, treats, and playtime, believing this will create ultimate happiness. However, they neglect important things like discipline, education, and preparing for the future. Similarly, a startup that focuses solely on the user desires might seem like a dream come true, but without considering the business health, it risks running out of money, time, and other resources crucial for the startup long-term viability. So, caring about users' needs only, while important and noble in theory, is utopian for a startup. The only way to go is to balance the interests of both parties, the user and the business. And that's exactly what helps our client Gemaya remain one of the key players in the digital agricultural platform market. Curious to know how? Let me explain. First of all, focusing on business needs allowed Gemaya to cope with resource limitations in the early stage of its product development. As you're likely aware, startups typically operate with limited resources, including finances, manpower, and time. While it's nice to meet all users' needs, sometimes it's just not possible what we have. So, what should aspiring business owners do in such scenarios? During the development of their platform, Gemaya's founders face similar limitations in time and resources. That's why Gemaya started its way on the market with a raw functionality MVP that hasn't worked on user experience until market validation. This strategic choice allowed Gemaya to launch quickly, enter the market with a small budget, and most importantly, find the product market fit. For a detailed explanation of the product market fit concept, you may watch my other video linked in the description. So instead of focusing much on the UI/UX design, that is, on the user's needs, they directed all their efforts at keeping the business on track. This way, Gemaya's founders were able to make the most of their limited resources. And that's one point in favor of business. But here's what happened next. While a rough product version was enough to show Gemaya's value to early adopters, its interface was inconvenient for new customers. As you may remember, to save resources, Gemaya's founders didn't care much about user experience in the early stages. So, in order to continue growing and extending their user base, they needed to tailor the platform to user preferences. But as Gemaya didn't have in-house designers, they turned to us to help them make the software intuitive and easy to interact with. We analyzed the current user flow of the MVP in its interface and understood the platform required a complete overhaul. To help Gemaya grow, we had to rethink the entire UI and optimize the UX. And I guess the fact that Gemaya understood they needed the help of professional UI/UX designers to reach their goals is one point in favor of users. Still, such a large-scale redesign would require much technical resources, which our client lacked. Additionally, this would add up to the overall project cost. And if the business focuses only on the user's needs without considering its financial health, it may struggle to cover expenses, invest in innovation, and sustain its operations over time. So, while a tailored design approach works better in terms of UX, together with the client, we decided to give up custom elements in favor of rapid development. To redesign the Gemaya's app while reducing the time and effort of web developers, we found a solution in technology. As the platform is built on React, we adapted our designs to Ant Design, a ready-made React UI library. We prepared a UI kit and taught developers how to use it. We wrote a small guide with links to Ant Design components and ran a demo session where we explained how to implement complex components. We also tried to implement some of them ourselves to make sure it was feasible. And that's definitely one more point in favor of business. But that's not the end of the story. Though many Gemaya's users are agricultural companies and farmers, they were open to new opportunities. And they saw them in a new type of client, golf clubs. For this new group of customers, Gemaya decided to create a separate product, specifically optimized for their needs. A golf course monitoring platform. Using the data from drones that get uploaded on the Gemaya's platform, golf clubs owners can have a bird's-eye view on their entire golf course and study its health. This way provided a meaningful and usable solution to its new users, let Gemaya expand to a new market. Plus one point in favor of users. But again, we shouldn't forget about the business health. A startup needs to find ways not only to provide meaningful products to its users, but also to keep its offerings profitable for the company. To design a golf course monitoring platform for a new audience, we used the main Gemaya optimized product as a basis. We cut unnecessary elements, keeping the large part of the design unchanged. This way, our client's team saved a great amount of time, costs, and resources. They basically built two products at the cost of one. Of course, it's one point in favor of business. And if you want to learn more about reusing elements and scaling effectively, watch my video on design system. It includes free beginner's UI kit template, ideal for kickstarting your personal design system organization. The link in the description below. Our first collaboration with Gemaya lasted for 3 months. During this period, we redesigned the UI and optimized the UX, making it cleaner and more pleasant to work with. We changed the UI using ready-made components, and this way minimized work on the developer side. So in addition to making the product more user-friendly, we helped the Gemaya's team reduce the cost of software development. That would be the end of this video, but for a startup to have a lasting impact, it needs to drive continuous improvement and innovation. Companies that effectively listen to their users can identify areas for enhancement and develop new features that align with changing preferences, staying relevant and ahead of the curve. That's why Gemaya decided to prolong our collaboration, making Eleken their offsite in-house designers. Because UX design is a process, not an event. And that's probably the last point in favor of our users today. It seems to me like we have a draw. That's because the only way to go is to balance the interests of both parties, the users and the business. In conclusion, I'd like to say once again, strive to find balance between user satisfaction and the business sustainability, growth, and innovation. This will keep your startup adaptable, competitive, profitable, and capable of delivering real value to its users. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was useful. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and see you next week.